deliberate ludicrousness of this image, this large-bodied, heavy elephant, of course, transported by a mouse or a rat, some little rodent, which is ludicrous, and then wearing a big snake around as his belt, and you know, and the modakas, which are the sweets, and just and he said that that's the reason for his, one of the reasons why he is so popular, because of all the imperfections and ludicrousness. So what I came away from it was to not be afraid of being imperfect, you know, especially when I'm leading a chant session or something like that. You know, you want to be perfect for your students. But I don't know, Bob, you know, his talk on Ganesha just put us all at ease about, and just made us realize this is, you know, the world is not perfect. Maybe it's perfect in its imperfections, who knows? Yeah. But it was just wonderful.
Sounds
and
like
exhausting. Sandra, Mary Riley put us through our paces, and I was not a very good sport when we did these standing poses and twisting standing poses on Friday morning, I guess it was. Thank God we were all muted, because I was yelling at her, but she couldn't hear me. I just say, "Stop it, Mary, I've had enough." And then she'd say, "Come on, bring joy into this." And I just wanted to hit her.
I can appreciate that.
It passed. She really is a good teacher. I got beyond it, didn't get injured. And
she is a good teacher, but she is tough.
Yeah, she's tough, relentless. And her, anyway.
Where do you live, Sandra? Are you close by to Leslie, or?
No, I live in Virginia.
Oh, okay.
So that's, would you say, what is that, about 500 miles away from where I am, Sandra, would you say?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
if you were to look at a map of the United States, it's on the right-hand side, it's on the East Coast, and I'm up north, and Sandra is further south.
Just go south along the coast? Is it on the coast?
Virginia is on the coast, part of it, but I live inland.
Why don't we each chant Om to one another? So keep yourselves unmuted, and I'll start and I'll chant Om, and then Patty, you start, and then Sandra, and then Lisa, and we'll just each take turns chanting Om. So I've already forgotten what we're doing. Oh, okay. I printed out, I retyped Laghunyasa, which we'll get to in a moment. But actually, on that handout, did you all receive the handout from today? It's the complete Laghunyasa, and I made I enlarged the font even more. And I checked it for mistakes. I don't think there are mistakes. And because some people were having trouble with it last week, I took the refrain and put it on top. Hridayamayi aham amrite amritam brahmani. Actually, let's just do that together. So go ahead and mute yourselves, and I'll start. And let's see if we can all get some mastery of this refrain, because even if we only chant this from this long chant, it's so beautiful. It literally means my heart, or the heart, is in me. Hridayam means heart, and mayi means in me. Then aham amrite, I am in the nectar, or the nectar of immortality. The heart in me, I am in the nectar of immortality. Amritam Brahmani, that nectar is in Brahman, meaning my heart is in Brahman, because so it's a chant that reminds us that we are all connected and we are all part of the eternal source, if we want to believe that. So it goes like this. Om Hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani. So we'll chant that a few times. I'll begin with Om again. Om Hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani. Hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani. Hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani. Let's all unmute. How's that coming for you?
Yeah, good.
Good. Would you all like to try it individually? We could all stay unmuted and each person could just chant it and see what happens.
Sure.
Patty, would you?
Sure.
Patty, why don't you start us off?
Om Hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani.
Lovely. Lovely. Thank you. Sandra?
Om Hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani.
Also beautiful. Thank you. Good. Lisa?
Om Hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani.
Also lovely. So now let's refine. Let's focus on the whys. So every time we encounter the y, so I'll see if I can put in bold in the sound what I'm talking about. Hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani. So those Y's are only in the first phrase. So I'll just do the first phrase. I'll repeat it twice. Hridayam mayi Hridayam Can we go across starting with Patty again and just do that much? Hridayamayi. Emphasize the Y.
Hridayamayi.
Good. One more time, please.
Hridayamayi.
Yes, thank you. Sandra?
Hridayamayi.
Yes, one more time, please.
Hridayamayi.
Yes, yes. Lisa?
That's not easy.
No.
It's not easy, that yi.
Yeah. Mayi. No, it's something our tongues aren't used to.
It's,
Yeah.
it's deceptive.
Yeah. It is. I guess it is. All right, Lisa, show us how it's done.
Hridayamayi.
One more time.
Hridayamayi.
Yes. Yeah. That was improved, all of you. So let's just listen again and mute yourselves and do it with me. And we'll do just that much 3 times. And then we'll do the whole chant again. Om Hridayamayi. Om Hridayamayi. 3rd time. Om Hridayamayi. Now we'll chant the whole line. Om Hridayamayi. Aham amrite. Amritam Brahmani. 2 more times. Hridayamayi. Aham amrite. Amritam Brahmani. Hridayamayi. Aham amrite. Amritam Brahmani. Unmute yourselves. Did it come a little more easily just with the repetition? Hridayamayi. Yes, that's it requires effort in the beginning because we're just not used to doing that.
I think it's helpful when you have us do like exercises like that, just focusing on one sound. Like,
Good.
even when we did Vande Gurunam one time and you had us focus on like the and the n sound, like I think that's helpful to just concentrate on one thing like that.
Good.
Feedback.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's good to know. So let's see. Now we can move on. We can stay with this chant and go to some of the verses. But what I'd like to do is go to the booklet and just review. I just thought we would enter a little easily today. So the just because it's a nice pleading. The one, let's see if I can find it. Ayur Dehi. Okay, so it's on page 95. And the title on this, in this book for it is Mantra for General Well-Being. So let's just do that. I'll go over it once. We'll hear me and then chant it with me, but mute yourselves and chant it with me. And then, because there are only 4 of us, once I'm done, we'll go again to each one of you, and you can chant the whole thing. Why not? Patty's going for a swim. Oh.
There's thunder. It's starting to like pour rain.
Ah.
I was seeing if I could wait it out, but then it seemed like it was coming for me. So
Yeah.
sorry about that.
So if you, sometimes in a thunderstorm, we unplug our computers just because, okay. So if we lose you, Patty, we'll understand why.
Yeah, no, I don't think it should be okay.
Okay. Okay, so mute yourselves and I'll go at once. Om Ayur Dehi. Om Pranan Dehi. Om Apanan Dehi. Om Vyanan Dehi. Om Chakshur Dehi. Om Shrotran Dehi. Om Mano Dehi. Om Vachan Dehi. Om Atmanan Dehi. Om Pratishtan Dehi. Om Mama Dehi. Om Mai Dehi. Patty, would you like to chant through it for us?
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, I hear that. Wow. All right.
See what the chanting is doing around here? It was just saying.
Wow. Okay.
So I have competition. Competition.
I'm going to enjoy hearing this. I'm going to mute myself.
Om Ayur Dehi. Om Pranam Dehi. Om Apanam Dehi. Om Yanam Dehi. Om Chakshur Dehi. Om Shrotam Dehi. Om Mano Dehi. Om Vacham Dehi. Om Atmanan Dehi. Om Pratishtan Dehi. Om Mama Dehi. Om Mayi Dehi.
That is so nice. I would just offer one feedback on the line Om Atmanam. That's always a long ah in the beginning. Just chant that line.
Om Atmanan Dehi.
Yeah,
I knew
chant
it looking at it, but it's like I can't. It's because it's the first syllable. It's like hard. It's hard to make the ah long. I don't know why. Can you do it for me once and then?
Om Atmanan Dehi. Now with the vowels, we can notice I just went right into it. I didn't pause. Your choice. We can pause or not pause. I'll do it two different ways. Om Atmanan Dehi. Or Om Atmanan Dehi. Now maybe if there's difficulty just chanting ah, I probably don't have a problem with that because I love to be heard. It's a little, perhaps my ego's a bit inflated, I don't know. But if that remains problematic for you, try to just do it as though you were saying, oh matmanam, oh ma, try it that way. It might be helpful. Do it once.
Om Atmanam Dehi. Now it's all. Hold on. Let me try it again. Om Atmanam Dehi.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. And I just want to point out to everyone, it wasn't right or wrong. It was beautiful the way it was. And this is, even though this is a Vedic chant, I just imitated the way Shubhraji does it on her CD. When I did it, I went up only a half note and Patty went up a whole note. Either one is fine. So, but I just want to point out that there was a difference.
I'm not a musical person. I don't even. You point
Well,
things out like that. I'm like, I don't know. I don't really have a musical background. I don't really.
But I was hesitant. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want you to feel like you did it wrong. You didn't do it wrong because you were consistent, but you went up a whole note rather than a half note. So, but there's nothing wrong with that. But in case it was confusing to Sandra or Lisa, I just wanted to point that out. So you can choose, or if you feel unable to choose, let the sound come out and whatever comes out is what comes out. And that's beautiful too. So this is one of those chants where I think we can give ourselves that liberty. And it was great. You remembered to go up in tune, in note. So you went up in a note. It was perfect, Patty. It was perfect the way it was.
Thank you.
Just the pronunciation, atmanam. That's all. Just don't be afraid to go, ah. Sandra, would you like to grace us with your beautiful voice?
It's kind of gravelly.
I like gravel.
Om Ayur Dehi. Om Pranam Dehi. Om Apanam Dehi. Om Vyanam Dehi. Om Chakranam Ayur Dehi. Om Shrotram Dehi. Om Mano Dehi. Om Vacham Dehi. Om Atmanam Dehi. Om Pratishtam Dehi. Om Mama Dehi. Om Mayi Dehi. So I have no idea whether that was a half note or a full note. Probably a full
Well,
note.
it sounded to me like a full note, which was just the way Patty did it. So,
But do
and
the
if,
half note.
okay.
Because that,
Oh, am I muted? I'm good. Okay. Om Ayur Dehi.
okay.
Om Pranan Dehi. Yeah, and I think it's hard to find. It's hard to find. I want to that was beautiful though, Sandra. Really, really beautiful.
I think
Go
if I
ahead.
could have gone after you instead of after Patty, because Patty's was beautiful, but I have to say, I prefer the half note. It's more, um, I don't know what the word is. It's more, it grabs me more.
It evokes a certain feeling or provokes a feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They're both different. I think for some, perhaps it feels more meditative when you go up only a half note. Certainly, that's a very
Mhm.
popular way to do things in India in chanting. It's very popular to do that. Whereas going up in a whole note gives me the feeling of being awakened a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe it's less droning. The only thing I want to point out, Sandra, can you go find the line of Om Vachan Dehi? Um, that one, when you chanted it, it was a short vacham and it's a long
Oh,
va. So can you just
okay.
repeat after? I'll just chant it once and you repeat. Om Vachan Dehi.
Om Vacham Dehi.
Yes, that's it. Lisa, will you grace us with your beautiful voice? I'm going to mute myself.
Om Ayur Dehi. Om Prananandehi. Om Apanandehi. Om Vainanandehi. Om Shaksudehi. Om Shrotran Dehi. Om Mano Dehi. Om Vachanan Dehi. Om Ratmanan Dehi. Om Pratishtam Dehi. Om Mama Dehi. Om Mai Dehi.
Thank you, Lisa. That was lovely. That was lovely. I want to call your attention to the first one down, which is one of the pranas. You know, we have prana, apana, vyana, and vyana is the breath that circulation governs circulation. Just repeat after me, and everyone do this. Repeat after me. Om Vyanam Dehi. Om Vyanam Dehi. Om Vyanam Dehi. Om Vyanam Dehi. So now let me just chant, and you chant with me as you are muted. We'll just do the first four. So it will be Ayur, Pranam, Apanam, and Vyanam, just so you get that well situated in the mouth. And I'll do it raising the note just a half note so you can hear that. Okay. Om Ayur Dehi. Om Pranan Dehi. Om Apanan Dehi. Om Vyanan Dehi. Unmute yourselves. How was that?
Yeah, good.
Do you all have access to the Bhagavad Gita? That I guess you're getting to know me now. It occurs at the very last minute before the class starts, or the session starts, that I want to do something, and so so I'm wondering if you have the Bhagavad Gita handy. Neha bhikramanashosti pratyavayo navidyate svalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat.
How does it, can you say how it starts again?
Neha bhikramanashosti.
Or what is it? Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, this one. Is it 240?
I think so. Is that, what's it saying? Neha bhi, that's the one. Yeah, 240. Thank you, because I couldn't remember.
I also put it in the chat. I was able to.
Oh,
paste it
there.
into the
Thank
chat.
you, Patty. Great. Okay.
Fantastic. Go to the chat.
It should pop up if you toggle
that?
along the bottom of the screen. There should be a little bubble, and it
Oh, I
says
see
chat
it.
under. And then
I
it should
see
come
it.
up along the
I
right hand
see
side.
it. Yep.
It was there, but then it disappeared on me. Or do you just click on chat and then it's there?
Okay, click. Yeah, if it's not there, you should be able to click on chat and see it, I think.
It was there, but then it. Oh, then it, yeah, it went right. Okay. Does everybody have it either in your screen or in handout?
Yeah.
Such a nice one. Can somebody read out loud the English translation or an English translation?
Sure, I will.
Yeah.
Here in the yoga doctrine of practice, no effort is lost, nor is any loss of progress found. Even a little of this discipline protects from great danger. Want me to keep going?
You.
Oh, yes, someone else?
Sure, keep going, keep going.
Here there is no loss of effort, nor is any diminution found. Even a little of this Dharma delivers one from great danger. On this path, effort never goes to waste, and there is no failure. Even a little effort towards spiritual awareness will protect you from the greatest fear.
Isn't that wonderful?
Mm.
There are times when that verse is so comforting.
Mhm.
Now I have in front of me, Sandra Pleasant's iPad's network bandwidth is low, but you're still there.
I'm still here.
I feel like my computer is betraying private information about you. None of my business what your bandwidth is doing.
My
didn't tell me,
internet
and I'm the
is
host.
terrible.
And it didn't tell Patty. She's the host. Oh, all right. Okay, here's a way to do it. Yeah, just listen. Neha bhikramanashosti pratyavayo na vidyate svalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. So now, want to chant it with me?
Mhm.
Maybe it's a good idea to mute yourselves. Om Neha bhikramanashosti pratyavayo na vidyate svalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Neha bhikramanashosti pratyavayo na vidyate svalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. So now let's break it down. Neha bhi kramanashosti Now I'll put those two together. Neha bhikramanashosti. Again. Neha bhikramanashosti. And then pratyavayo navidyate pratyavayo navidyate pratyavayo navidyate. Now let's put that entire, what they really are, two lines together. Neha bhikramanashosti pratyavayo navidyate Neha bhikramanashosti pratyavayo navidyate. And then svalpamapyasya dharmasya svalpamapyasya dharmasya Trayate Mahato Bhayat. Ooh, we get another couple of Y's in there, don't we? Trayate Mahato Bhayat. So we'll do that entire last line and see if you can focus on all those Y's. Apyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Oh, it's a great practice format for the Y's. Svalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Svalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Now let's start at the beginning and chant the whole verse. Om Nehabhikramanashosti Pratyavayo navidyate Svalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. So now let's each one of us get a crack at it. Patty, are you game?
Sure.
Chant for us. Let us hear the beauty of your voice.
Om Nehabhikramanashosti Pratyavayo navidyate Svalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat.
Brava. That was beautiful. Just Nehabhikrama. You don't have to rush that long off. But that was really lovely. Wasn't it nice? Yeah. Sandra, you're on.
Om Nehabhikramanashosti Pratyavayo navidyate Svapamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. I messed up.
Well, I thought it was lovely. Do you want to do it again?
No, I want
It had a
help
nice
in the,
flow to it.
I want help in that third line.
Okay, let's move on to Lisa, and then I'll give more help. Oh, you will. Well, wait, I can do the third line. Svalpamapyasya dharmasya. Was that the line?
Yes, I find
Do it
that
once.
so hard.
Do the third and the fourth line.
Svalpamapyasa dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat.
Except for neglecting one ya, it was perfect. One more time. Svalpamapyasya dharmasya. Try that.
Svalpamapyasya dharmasya.
Yes, that's it. Do you want to finish out the line?
Trayate mahato bhayat.
Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. And there was flow to it, a very nice flow. Yeah. Okay. Lisa, you're on. Lovely.
Can you just remind me the first sound? Is it neha or
That, yeah, it's neha bhikraman, neha bhikramana shosti.
I'll try.
Okay.
Om neha bikramana shosti pratyavayona vidyate shvalpam apya asya dhamasya trayate mahato bhaya.
That was lovely. It's just, you have a beautiful quality in your voice. It's really, really beautiful. Svalpam, that's tough. There's the S and the V. Again, it's that third line. Sva. And sva is one's own. And alpa means little. And so really just svalpa, I'm not sure why they put the SV there, but svalpamapyasya dharmasya. It's saying even a little of this dharma protects us from the great fear. Svalpam apyasya, svalpam.
So, Leslie, I think where I'm getting caught up, this is a dash between the APY and the ASYA.
Okay, so that was an obstacle for you. I put the dash in there thinking it would be more helpful. Now let's see if I have another book.
See, because it's actually apyasya, isn't it?
Yes, okay. What I was trying to do is show that they are two different words. However, if that hyphen is in the way of your chanting, I can retype it or just take it out.
This is just a question. Is it apyasya?
Yes. Yes, okay. That's what it is. And I think what I was trying to do was show that they were two different words. And originally, the words are api, A-P-I, and then asya. Api means even, or api is one of those, even, and then asya, of this. But when you put api and asya together, api asya, api asya, api, it becomes apyasya. So the I changes to a Y.
Got it. That makes sense.
It probably would have been, thank you, because it probably would have been better if I had not put that hyphen in. Because I added confusion.
Yeah. Okay.
We want to remove obstacles, not create them. Let's chant this all together. Does anyone have any other questions, or would you like to chant it for the group again, or any particular part? Oh, on else, please.
Patty's still muted.
Okay. And were you
Sorry,
trying
I'm so dark. I can't figure out how to make myself lighter.
Oh, I can hear you.
Up.
You're audible. Oh, the sun's up. Oh,
yeah,
beautiful.
and it's changed the perspective. Sorry.
Yeah.
Something to figure out another time.
Yeah. Sandra, did you have something to say other than the fact that Patty was muted?
I thought we were going to all chant it together, but muted.
Yes, but before that, I just wanted to find out from all of you if there was anything else about it that you'd like. Would you like to be heard first, or is there any other parts to go over again, or anything to repeat, or shall we just do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's just do it. Okay, go ahead and mute yourselves, and we'll go through it twice. Om. Nehabhikramanashosti pratyavayo na vidyate svalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Nehabhikramanashosti pratyavayo na vidyate svalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Everybody, how was that? Did it flow a little more easily for you?
Very nice.
Good.
Is this at the end of chapter 2?
Number 40, yeah, it's near the end. Well, 40 is kind of near the beginning of the end. 240, did you say it
Beginning of the
was?
end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beginning, yeah.
It just sounds like it's kind of the coming together of, like, it's, I don't know, it sounds
Yeah.
like the summary of the lessons that were.
It probably is a summary of something that Krishna was just saying. Yeah, probably. I can't remember off the top of my
because
head.
it goes on quite a long time after that.
Yes. Yeah.
It
Are
goes
you
to
all,
72.
I want to know, I'd like to hear from you. I find the Gita verses very chantable. Are you drawn to chanting them?
Yes.
I think
You
it's such
like
a
them?
wonderful way to study the text itself and actually
Yes.
apply meaning to
Oh,
it
yeah.
and really learn it instead of just
Yeah.
trying to like sit there and read it and, you know, conceptualize.
I am so with you, Patty. Whatever I've picked up in the philosophy, it's only because I was able to chant it. You know, it's just, I'm so on your page there. It's like, I don't want to read about it. I don't want to get intellectual. I want to chant it.
Yeah, yeah. So
And
any
it's
of
through the chanting that the message is coming. I mean,
the Yoga
there's,
Sutra as well, when we chant that.
yeah, the sutras as well. But the Gita chants so, it was written to be chanted, the Gita. And if you're interested in just covering one chapter, that might be, you know, a lot to ask of all of us. But if there's a chapter that you'd like to start chanting from start and then go from start to finish, we could do that as an ongoing project.
I like that idea.
Yeah, me too.
It would give us
good.
bragging rights. We can chant an entire chapter of the Gita.
Okay, yeah, we certainly can. So we could either start at the very beginning. I remember when I was studying Sanskrit with Manorama, she was the one who she got me to buy Winthrop Sargent's book, and I didn't know anything, you know, it's like, and she started me on the first verse of the first chapter, and because she drilled me on it, I'll never forget it. It was like, Dharma kshetre kurukshetre samavitayuyutsavaha mamakah pandavaschaiva kimakurata sanjaya. I mean, but then it was all, for me, that first chapter was just the who's who of the battle on the battlefield. It's like, who is who, who's teaching, who's fighting whom, and all that stuff. So we might want to start with that very first verse and then skip to chapter 2. Or if you've been studying it and you have a favorite chapter, I know that in our course of yoga studies, we all know that we are encouraged to study chapter 2 and 6, right? Chapters 2 and 6. And then there's chapter 12, which is all on devotion, bhakti, which is quite beautiful. And it's shorter. But anyway, give it some thought and let me know which chapter you'd like to work on, and we'll go from start to finish. That could be fun.
I think that would be
good.
fun.
That would be really nice. Now, let's go back to the first thing we did and see how that happens. You know, I didn't plan this, but as it turned out, this verse from the Bhagavad Gita, containing all the yas and the trayates, it was a great lesson in that kind of pronunciation, coming back to Hridayam Mayi. So let's return to that and see how the tongue does if we would just return back to that. And actually, are you game to just go into it? Like we could just, I could start with you, Patty, and you could just chant it, see what happens. And if it's, you know, don't worry about the melody. Well, no, we are supposed to worry about the melody. But
do you want to do the different, the actual different verses, or just the main part?
Yeah, you know what? Chant the refrain and then chant as many verses as you like. Or maybe just the one verse and then.
Starting at Agnir May, that one?
Yeah, Agnir May. Do the first verse. And then, Sandra, you chant the second verse. And then, Lisa, have you been exposed to this yet? We were working on it for a while.
Only once.
Only once. Okay, well that counts.
It'll probably be nothing like it's supposed to be.
Well, let's see what happens.
Okay.
Okay, so actually let's let Lisa do Agnir May, because that's the first one. So if you've gone over it, you've done that one, right? You know what? Let's do it with me leading first, just so we review. Okay, so I'm going to start, and I'm going to chant 4 verses with you, and you chant with me. Okay.
Okay, great.
Here we go. Okay.
Muted?
So go ahead and unmute. So I won't start with the refrain. Om Agnir Me Vachishhritaha Vagridaye Hridayamayi Aham Amrite Amritam Brahmani Vayur Me Prane Shritaha Prano Hridaye Hridayamayi Aham Amrite Amritam Brahmani Suryo Me Chakshushi Shritaha Chakshur Hridaye Hridayamayi Aham Amrite Amritam Brahmani. Now, if you want to chant with each other, stay muted until it's your turn. But Patty, please unmute yourself, and you do Agnir Me, the first verse. Then Sandra does the second verse, and then Lisa does the third verse.
But did you want Lisa to do the first one? Because it's the first? I don't know. I'm happy to do it, but I think the third one is kind of hard. I don't want Lisa to.
Yes, good point. And Agnir May was the first one, and we've all covered that one. So Lisa, you do Agnir May. You do number 1. Sandra do number 2, and Patty do number 3. Is that good for everybody? Okay. Okay, here we go.
Okay. Om Agnir Me Vachi Sritaha Vagridehi Hridayam Mai Aham Ritehe Amritam Brahmani.
Thank you, Sandra.
Om Vayur Me Prane Sritaha Prano Hridaye Hridayamayi Aham Amrite Amritam Brahmani.
Suryo me chakshushi shritaha chakshur hridaye hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani.
That was wonderful, everyone. Wonderful. There's always refining to do. So now I'm going to lead you again, starting at the beginning, and then we'll add the fourth one as well. Okay. And I'm simply chanting Om to get a pitch. And remember, when we begin with that first verse, after we chant Om, Om establishes the middle pitch, and then we go down for Ugh, because the line underneath the letter A tells us we have to go down in pitch. Om Agnir me vachi shritaha Vagridaye Hridayamayi Aham Amrite Amritam Brahmani Vayur me Prane Shritaha Prano Hridaye Hridayamayi Aham Amrite Amritam Brahmani Suryo me chakshushi shritaha Chakshur hridaye Hridayamayi Aham Amrite Amritam Brahmani Chandrama me manasi shritaha Mano hridaye Hridayamayi Aham Amrite Amritam Brahmani. Now I leave it to you. Would you like to chant it for the group? Any or all of it?
Are we all going to go in turn?
Sure. Why don't you start us off, Sandra? Are you?
Uh-oh.
That's what I find, Sandra. If it's just been done, it's like in my memory, and then if it hasn't been done, it's like it's gone.
Om Agnir me vachi shritaha Vagridaye Hridayamayi Aham Amrite Amritam Brahmani Vayur me prane shritaha prano hridaye hridayamayi aham amrite, amritam brahmani, suryo me chakshushi sritaha, chakshur hridaye, hridayamayi, aham amrite, amritam brahmani.
Brava. We'll work with the svaras, but that, you've got the hridayamayi part down pretty darn well. And it's interesting. I just hearing you all chant this, it reminds me that this is not an easy chant. This is very tricky with the svara marks, the chant, the pitch marks.
Mm-hmm.
But you're doing well. Who would like to chant now? Thank you, Sandra. That was very brave and quite
Thank
nice
you.
to hear. Lisa, would you like to, or Patty? Either one.
Sure.
Yeah, okay, Patty.
So through
What?
the sun or the moon?
Sun and the moon.
The sun and the moon. Through all four, through the sun and the moon?
Sure, why not?
Okay, sure. Om Agnirme Vachishritaha Vagritaye Kritayamai Ahamamrite Amritam Brahmani Vayurme Praneshhritaha Prano Hridaye Hridayamai Ahamamrite Amritam Brahmani Suryo me Chakshushi Shritaha Chakshur Hridaye Hridayamai Ahamamrite Amritam Brahmani Chandrama me Manasi Shritaha Mano Hridaye Hridayamai Ahamamrite Amritam Brahmani.
Wow, brava. That was quite a lot. Yeah, it's coming well, coming very well. Yeah.
Yes, it's becoming very familiar.
Familiarity helps. It's very helpful.
Yeah.
Lisa, what would you like to do?
I'll try.
Okay.
Okay. Om Agni Rimai Vachi Shritaha Vagritahe Ridayamai Aham Rite Amritam Brahmani Vayurme Prane Shritaha Prano Hiridaye Hridayam Mai Ahamamrite Amritam Brahmani Shuryo me Shaksusi Shrite Shaksura Hridaye Hridayam Mai Ahamamrite Amritam Brahmani.
Rava, no Chandra. Yeah. Yes.
No, that was enough.
Got through. Very, very well done, all of you. There's always refining to do. There's always refining. And I appreciate your efforts because it's teaching me that this is not an easy chant to learn. And as I listen to you, I hear patterns and I hear, when we have to read, the eye is telling us to do one thing, and sometimes the eye is not telling us the right thing. I mean, it's strange sometimes because, like, for example, the term in the very top, Vagredaye, Vagredaye. What I heard in one of you was Vagredahe. So you got the hr, but you didn't get it until the yay. And so it was kind of put in the, I could hear the effort to get the sounds out. Anyway, I don't know if that's making any sense to you, but it's just an interesting process. What I am hearing is an understanding of the rhythm, so, and the refrain, which is so beautiful. You're all getting that.
Do you think too, Leslie, that when you, like what you said about your eye, like if you don't know, I think, like how we learn it with repetition. And so when you hear it often enough, you just know the sound. So even when you look at it, the sound doesn't look like it looks.
Right.
To go with the sound. Yeah.
Right.
But when I did it, I'd get to a part and I couldn't remember what it sounded like. So then you do it the way it looks.
And then it's different.
That's right. And then you get your melody around that incorrect sound, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Right.
Because
and then maybe we're confusing the chant marks, which tell us to go up or down, with the pronunciation marks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's really an observation about how we go refer back to what it looks like rather than what it should sound like.
Yeah. So that's when the handouts become more of an obstacle than a help. But it's a lot to memorize.
Definitely.
Well, what I would like from all of you and from everybody, maybe I'll send out an email to everyone, or maybe just the three of you, if you all are in agreement on what chapter from the Bhagavad Gita to do, we could just start it from the beginning.
I'm not too picky. I'm happy for.
I'd probably go chapter 2.
Yeah, it's a nice long one.
And some of a lot of, I think, the more common quotes from the Bhagavad Gita come from that chapter.
Yes.
As well.
Yeah. It's a great one. Bob, I wanted to share something with you that Bob Gilbo told us. He was going to join us today, but something came up. He's been getting his doctorate or something in Sanskrit, so he studies a lot, and he helped Edwin Bryant he edited Edwin Bryant's treatise on the Yoga Sutras, and I think he's a bhaktin of Krishna. And anyway, he said, and he has studied the Bhagavad Gita quite thoroughly. He said the Bhagavad Gita is the best book on depression. And and the second chapter is the dejection of Arjuna. I mean, that's how it begins. But I just thought that was great. It made me want to read the whole thing. That is the best book ever written on depression, or to address depression. Does anyone have a favorite quote to end? Were you going to say something, Sandra?
I was just going to say, I'm afraid I have to go.
Okay. Well, Om Shanti, and thank you. I hope this was enjoyable.
Thank you.
It was lovely.
It was.
Thank you so much, everyone.
It was lovely.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
next week.
Thank you so much.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a lovely morning.
Thank you. You guys have a nice evening. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Be well.
Thank you.
Bye, Lisa. Bye, Sandra.
Bye. Bye, Leslie. Thank you.
Mommy.
And do you have to go right away, Patty?
I just have to go in a minute, but I can say. I can
Okay.
say you and Winnie wants to say hi, I think.
Oh, hi, Winnie. Oh, look at you. Oh, it's good to see you. Oh, you have bangs. And I see there's a tooth missing. Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, where'd it go? You're missing a tooth. Did you lose it?
Yeah.
Well, I have a feeling another one's going to grow back.
I hope so.
Yeah.
It's really been hard
it's
to
nice.
born since that happened.
Yeah.
I
Winnie, are you enjoying? I beg your pardon?
couldn't eat corn with my loose tooth.
Oh, that's right. I know. What a hardship. Oh, that's hard. Well, this too shall pass.
Yeah. I'll have her read the Bhagavad Gita and then she'll feel better.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is that? She said. It's a book. We'll study it at home school.
Bhagavad Gita. Winnie, Gita means song in Sanskrit. Gita.
Gita. She likes that in
Gita.
English. She's also very,
Stop.
Yeah, that's it. Gita.
she's good at rolling her R's too. She's very good at that.
Yeah. Even without a tooth, you could do it. That's brilliant.
Mhm.
Yeah,
We'll be
look at
starting with
that.
a new chant every day in homeschool, maybe once we start our homeschool in
fantastic.
September. We'll
What
learn
the-
some Sanskrit chanting.
What is that?
That's the paint that was on my finger. Oh. Well,
So
thank
I will,
you very
so
much.
Rebecca, excuse me, Patty, I wanted to let you know, I'm so honored I will write something and what should I do? I'll just send it to you
Oh,
or?
No, you can.
Make a
I mean, you can just
recommendation.
email it. You could send it to me, or you could email it to that email address that I put in that I sent to
Okay.
you about it. And it just
All
said
right.
someone that can speak to your academic or professional character or whatever.
Okay.
Doesn't have
Well,
to be.
you know what?
Thank you.
Where
You
did
don't have
you
to write in
graduate from?
Sanskrit. You don't have to write it.
Thank heavens. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll introduce myself in the how I know you and
Okay, yeah,
how we
that's
know each
perfect.
other.
Yes, you can. She wants to do an emoji for you.
Oh, okay.
Here, here we go. Which one? That one? Okay, there it is.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Oh, that's wonderful. That's so sweet. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna run off to the ferry now to see our cousins leave.
Oh, yes. Okay. Bye-bye. And
So thank you.
say hi to your cousins. Thunder's coming here too. Yay.
Oh, wow.
I'm not unhappy about it at all. Have a
Great
great evening, you two.
opportunity.
All right. Bye, Winnie. Always good to
Bye.
see you. Bye-bye.
Have a good night.